Don, we just wanted for clarity for Camilla tomorrow, which is what are the rules for her for today and tomorrow?
She cannot be a part of pregame, can be on the bench, can be in the facility. So she'll be here in the locker room watching the game.
And is she allowed to practice today?
Yes, she's allowed to do everything besides once our team is out for pregame shooting.
And I know, obviously, Presbyterian's your first round opponent. They're a small school from here in South Carolina.
The smallest Division I school, they actually gave me a fun fact.
Yeah. How much do you love seeing these stories in March of small schools like that doing big things?
I mean, it's cool. I think anytime you get to experience being in an NCAA tournament, it stays with you forever, like forever. They're going to tell their kids, they're going to tell their friends, they're going to put it on social media to keep forever. And for them to do it, to me, here in South Carolina, where there'll probably be a lot of fans here, just to watch them and enjoy their moment.
Coach, you are, I'll work with Diana on this one. You are 12-0 all-time in South Carolina in first-round NCAA tournament matchups. What does that mean to you to have that streak?
I did not know that. It's a great streak to have. Obviously, when we came on the scene, we probably had really good teams to get out of the first round, which I'm thankful for. So shout out to my former players and my current players. Hopefully they can get us through tomorrow. But it's just the depth of our program, the ability to have that kind of streak is probably only, I don't know how many other Division I programs that has that, but we're proud to be one of them.
And Raven talked about, she said,
oh Lord,
she came back when you came back from the break that they had after the SEC tournament championship, that you kind of ramped up practice. She felt like you kind of sending a message to tell them that it's win or go home. Is that accurate? Is she right about that?
Yeah, we ramped back up pretty good. I mean, only because I want to instill the seriousness of what we're trying to do. Like our kids have played free all season long without any pressure, and I just don't want the pressure of it all for them to get caught off guard with it. So we had to apply some pressure and let them know what they're faced with, because they really don't know. I mean, some of them have been a part of our national championship run. Some of them have been a part of what happened to us last year, and we didn't meet the moment or get the goal that we set out. They don't think about any of that and the journey it took to get to those places. So we wanted to just kind of create it a little bit so they'll know that we can't take anyone lightly.
This is my last question. This is kind of off topic. The men's tournament is neutral sites all throughout the tournament. The women's tournament, you get to host if you're a top 4 seed, and then 2 regional sites.
Yep.
Would you like to see it more like the men's, or do you like the women's format?
I like the women's format. I mean, because it obviously is an advantage. If you're a top 16 seed, you get to host. But when I came into this league, we had a commissioner who was great, Commissioner Slive, who went out and got us some television deals, and he told us it's not a good look to have a great television deal and no one in the stands. So we took that to heart, and we came in and we hit the ground running right here in Columbia, South Carolina. And if you watch any of our games, you'll see it's always packed. It's always packed, and for that, I do think you should be rewarded in that way if you're winning basketball games. So I think we've done it the right way, and selfishly, it's worked. It's worked for us, and it's worked against us because we've had to go on the road and play on somebody else's home court as well. And you work towards that reward at the end of the season. I remember being a part of, and when I was in college, we hosted the first and second round, and we hosted the regional. So we were able to not leave our home court to get to a Final Four. Now, I think that's a little ludicrous, but it was all an effort to get the attendance where it needs to be, and we're there now. We are. We're there on home courts. I don't know how good we will be in neutral courts throughout the entire tournament, but now is probably the best time to do it because we're in high demand. Our sport is in high demand, so it might be able to handle that.
Speaking of that, the women's game is making headlines everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. Just how happy are you with where the game is right now and all the excitement surrounding it?
I'm happy. We get, great brand of basketball on the floor. We got great coaches. We got great players. We got great storylines. We're probably the hot topic in March Madness of all of basketball, and I think that's a great thing. And I think it's because we got the talent. We have players who stay for graduation for a long time, and a lot of people thought that was probably it's a disadvantage to women's basketball to not be able to go to the league after your freshman year. I think it's advantageous for us at this time, and this is why, because we're bursting at the seams.